there. This is Terry with Collabo Creative, a local service design company here in Indianapolis. And it's Wednesday, so we're back on our normal track, coming at you every Wednesday with tips and tricks to improve collaboration and creativity in your business and life. Now, if you followed us last week, we ran a special series for a whole week where we were bringing on expert learners to share their lessons from quarantine with everyone out there. Mainly, I wanted to learn what other people were learning during their time apart and be able to capture that and share that with the world, because it was such a great opportunity for us to separate, to reflect, and to grow in ourselves and grow in our own thinking about how we can come back together in a better way. And so our whole purpose was to capture these lessons and share them out with everyone, so that as we all start to step into this next normal, new reality, or new normal, or whatever you want to call, or if you were watching the formal, the future normal, then we wanted to share that all out so it's documented that we can move into this space with new lessons as new people with new perspectives and new ways of working. So hopefully you were able to catch that series. If you have not, we have it hosted on our site, so you can catch up on all of those videos, and we'll be coming to you every single week on Wednesdays, the same thing, but we'll be coming at you not with tips and tricks for collaboration, but with more lessons from quarantine, because those lessons in all reality will help you be more collaborative and creative in the future. So there you go. So I wanted to, in this week's video, recap on kind of a summary of what I had heard all of my expert learners come on and share, so that if you had missed it, or you had seen only a few of them, that you can kind of get a grasp of what I had learned, because that was the whole point, for me to learn from other folks and take that with me and allow everyone else to take that with them. So my 3 takeaways from last week with my folks, with all the folks that I had listened to last week. 1, we are all unique human beings. We all have different experiences. We're all coming from different backgrounds, and we're having different challenges. However, we are all connected in one reality. We're one community of people in one greater reality. So no matter where you're coming from or what you're experiencing, what those challenges are, we are in this together, as the hashtag says. And we all have our own unique challenges, but everyone's having their challenges. No one's coasting through this, and no one's having an easy time, but everyone has their own kind of challenge. So bring in that empathy. Try to see from other people's perspective, and that's going to help us come into this new space with greater understanding, greater grace, and openness to collaboration, and helping us to work together as we reopen our businesses, our societies, and interact with people in a new space that may seem old, but will definitely feel new. So that's my first takeaway. Second takeaway, during this time of quarantine, there was an incredible amount of creativity that flowed out of almost everyone out there. Hearing about someone making cinnamon rolls for the entire neighborhood, and a dad that's writing jokes and posting them on a board on the corner of their neighborhood. I mean, these are small actions, or making cinnamon rolls for a whole neighborhood seems like a big action to me, but actions that are creative, right? People are making things happen, making something, and no creative action is too small. I think that was a message that Stephanie had shared, and it was so profound that no matter what it is you're doing, and you're making something for the benefit of others, no matter how big or small it is all valuable and all so needed. It's what makes our world a wonderful place. And so if you are feeling creative, if you've been making those things, if you've just been doing drawings for the sake of doing drawings and even posting them on your social media sites, thank you for doing all of those things, because your small creative action is having an impact, and you may or may not see how profound that is. So if you're that dad out there writing those dad jokes on the corner of the neighborhood, keep doing it, because you are making several people laugh every single day, and that makes a difference. The third takeaway that I had learned from last week was that there was a lot of talk about mental health and self-awareness. And if you've been feeling that, I think it was Stephanie again who said this is the mental health Olympics, that this isolation and separation causes a lot of stress and trauma on our own internal thoughts and emotions. And when we think about or talk about the reskilling or retooling for the future of work, that this conversation around mental health and self-awareness is going to come up again and again, because it's these human skills, our ability to be empathic, to be great listeners, to be open. It's those abilities that are going to take us to the next level as we come into the future of work, whatever that may look like, because we don't know yet. But with all of this ambiguity, one thing is for sure: being strong here as well as here is going to help us become better human beings, create better and stronger businesses, and become a better society as a whole. That is a fact. So those are my 3 takeaways. 1, have grace for everyone, because we're all coming from different backgrounds and different perspectives with our own challenges, but we are all together. And 2, keep being creative. We are all enormously, have this enormous capability for creativity, so keep doing that. And 3, work on your mental health. Figure out how you make your mind strong and get into those strong mindsets and become more self-aware of who you are and what you stand for, because that is going to be the most important things as we move into the future. So to wrap up, I don't want to forget my expert learners and recognize them, because without them, I would not have learned any of this stuff. And so I want to thank you so much to all of my friends and my experts who came on. That's Emily, Luke, Debbie, Jerry, Mary, Nikki, George, Andrea, Sarah, Stephanie, and Wes. I think I got all of you. Thank you so much for coming on and joining me last week. You all are amazing, beautiful people with brilliant minds, and I loved hearing your experiences, and I know everyone who was listening out there also loved hearing your experiences. So thank you so much again for joining me and sharing that out with everyone. And like I said, we'll be continuing these lessons from quarantine every single Wednesday. So we won't be coming at you every single day, but every Wednesday to share more of these lessons from quarantine all the way through to the end of June, so that we can continue to keep these lessons in mind as we see everything start to reopen and we start to re-engage with each other, and that we can be better human beings and be better people to each other as we do that re-engaging. And also, if you have any lessons to share and you have a message that you'd like to get out, please join me for a conversation, because I'd love to hear your lessons learned and be able to share that out with everyone else out there. So contact me, send us an email, or shoot me a message through our social media, and I would love to connect. And lastly, of course, if you enjoyed this video or any of the other videos that we've brought on, please, we hope that you subscribe and like the video, so that way you can stay up to date with all of the new weekly videos that we are pushing out. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. I hope to see you next week, and see you later.